Anyway, hey y'all, happy Monday. We here
Monday.
season finale. Season 2. Can we give it up for season 2?
That's right. Give it up for
Next season,
season
let's
2.
have some sound effects, a soundboard. Let's be at that.
Yeah, I wish I had some sound effects. That's a good idea.
Woo-hoo.
Let me put that on as a note for next season. We gotta get some sound
You know?
effects. Yeah. But but yeah, so I think what we're at, how many episodes we did last season?
We did 12.
12?
Too many.
So this is 8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we have 20. I'm excited to get to 50.
Oh, okay. You know what? It's a good milestone. It's a really good
Yeah.
milestone.
I knew when I said it, I was like, I'm gonna see what her face does when I say 50.
It's
I
a
mean, I
lot.
think 25 will be a milestone, right? 25 will be a milestone, and then 50.
Okay. Let me turn this.
Can we? Okay, since we don't really have a script for today, I have.
Have some
Are you
ideas.
open? Huh?
Yeah, some ideas.
Are you open to discussing like our experience, like doing the pod so far?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's
Okay,
do it.
cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question from your perspective, because I'm in a different room today and my lighting is different. Do I look dry in the face?
It's a little ashy.
It looks like that.
It's a little like it's you look a little pale.
Yeah, it's so interesting that I look pale. Because like in my mirror, I mean, I definitely got on like
No, I
moisturizer.
know the skin is skinning. It's just that the lighting is washing you out. Can you
Yeah, the
change
lighting.
the setting? You have a ring light or is just
I do, but I feel like it's not going to change. I think it's the lighting because of where I am. There's a lot of natural sunlight, and it's still daytime here.
well
I don't
as you
think it's
can
dark enough.
gotcha. I'm in
Oh
the
yeah,
second room as well. I moved
yeah.
my space into the living room. I had to close my curtains because I need to get up and close that little piece right there. It's gonna annoy me for the rest of the day. Please hold.
hmm Yeah, that's the thing too. Like when it's still daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get that walk right.
Rock steady, baby. Mhm.
Uh,
From side to side.
I just sometimes you need a good old funky song. Like this song needs to be
Mhm.
a good old classic to pull you out.
Uh,
I'm really just tired today. Wait, first of all, shout out today's Madison's birthday. Happy 11th birthday to Maddie.
Happy birthday, Madison. Our
Absolutely,
former co-host for the day.
absolutely. So I have 2 August babies. Shout out to my cousin AJ too. Shout out to Eunice. She's also 18. We'll shout out all 18 birthdays. Maddie was the
Yeah,
12th, and
yeah, a
another
lot of Leo energy.
a lot of Leos, little energy for
Yeah,
real. So what was you
yeah.
asking me? You said what was the question you asked me again?
I said, are you open to talking about our experience so
You
far, like on
you
the
already asked
pod?
me a podcast related question already or no?
Mm-mm, no, I
Okay.
just asked you, would you be open to talking about it?
Okay, yeah. I'm down.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna read the show description, and then we can, jump into a conversation. All
Yeah.
right. This light washing me out is really irritating me, but I feel like it looks better with the light rather than
Can
without.
you change the setting of the light like from cool to
That's the thing. It's not even on cool. This is cool, and that's warm.
that right there, right there. You need warm.
That's where it was already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was on warm, but it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Once
Hey
you change
y'all.
the other ones, that's better.
It's
So you said
fine.
it's just natural lighting.
Oh, all right. Let me
You
see.
just look light skin.
Okay. I peep. What about that?
What do you do?
I
Do it
opened the
again.
blind
Do it like you didn't get to do the
before
vision
and after.
test before.
It
Do
went
it again.
away.
I don't see the difference.
It's okay. I see a little difference. It's all right.
It's light, whatever it is.
Okay. I mean, my complexion changes depending on what season.
Because you're light skin in the winter months.
That's what we doing today. That's what we're doing today.
It's just a continuous
Are,
conversation.
are we doing this right now? Are we gonna do
Those ain't going.
shades? We're gonna talk about shades today.
I mean, we can. There's a conversation.
I don't look at myself. I don't consider myself to be light skinned, but whatever. Welcome to the H.E.A.L podcast, y'all. It's Monday. It's the last episode for the season. I'm gonna try my best not to cuss today. That's my goal for the day. I'm probably not gonna get far because my co-host name is Marina Vaughn. So
that's crazy.
Probably not gonna be possible. But anyway,
self-control.
Welcome to the H.E.A.L podcast. Join two real-life friends and professional women on a journey of self-discovery, growth, and healing. Together, we explore what it means to unpack life's challenges, embrace self-awareness, grow in our spiritual practices, and navigate healing one honest conversation at a time. This is not a space for giving advice, but rather a place to share tools, tips, and reflections that have inspired us along the way. Whether you're looking for clarity, connection, or curiosity-driven dialogue, you're in the right place. Let's hold each other accountable with love as we grow together. Whew, I was just about to say, I was about to be like, "Hey, bitch," but then I remembered I'm not supposed to cuss. But it's too late. I did it. I can't help it.
I mean, we made it. Listen,
we made it.
We made it.
Nigga, we made it. No, we made it. I've had a lot of thoughts today about the podcast, about like these projects that I'm working on privately, about me like writing consistently now, and what's the word? I'm just gonna use a simple word. I'm scared. There's a little bit of like scared, like there's a part of me that's a little bit scared because I know myself, if I commit to something like from a real commitment type perspective, I know like once I pull the trigger, I can't.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. I can't. Yeah, I gotta go full throttle. And it's like I've been experiencing a lot of like physical pain with my like inflammation in my joints, and I gotta go back to physical therapy starting this week because I feel like I've regressed a lot, like because I haven't been, with the vacation and everything that's been going on back here. So I feel like I've regressed, and I'm like, okay, I got to get back into physical therapy. I got to get back into a routine of like discipline and production when it comes to my body and things like that. And I'm just trying to like wrap my mind around it. But I also realize the more I try to think about it, the more it's delaying me from pulling the trigger. I know, I know I need to just pull the trigger because everything is prepped and ready.
Yeah,
it's like
no reason not to.
Yeah, it's no reason not to. And it's like the more I think about it, I keep maybe I need to do this first, and I need to have this set up, and I need to have that set up, and it's like no, but see, I was about to curse right there. No, woman. No, woman. You don't need to have everything. You have enough to get started. You have a concept, you have a mission, you have a value proposition. Like you have all these pieces. You have thought about a lot. Although there are things. What?
Just think about the podcast. We had nothing in place. The difference is though, and I can attest to this, is that you're doing it's something you're doing alone. There's a level of vulnerability that it's calling for versus someone that you kind of ping pong off of.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all on you, but to do something like writing a book or starting a new project, it's all on you, and that's where it gets scary. I had to admit it to my mentor last week, like I'm scared, and I think I slowed down because that fear come in and slow down my progress over the past since May, June, July. It got a little choppy for me. And I was like, I got scared. I ain't gonna lie. And that's natural, and it's okay to be scared. Like I even talked about today in my stories about dreaming big about this podcast and the thought of doing something expanding this podcast and the thought of that becoming bigger, while it'd be amazing, it frightens me.
Yeah.
That's a real
Because I've been
thing.
thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about that a lot too, and like the kind of conversations that we're having, the things that we're talking about. I think I've seen pockets of similarity in other conversations and other podcasts, but I do think there's a unique value proposition for what we're doing.
Absolutely. And we've been told that.
And we've
We've
been
been
told
told
exactly.
we
Yeah,
need
so
this. It's just it comes down to the consistency. I always go back to, it's gonna be probably the least likely reference you have something to say. I go back to the City Girls when they were together. They
mm,
said keep consistent. When it's gonna pop, it's gonna pop. What you gotta do is keep doing it. You don't know what it's gonna be, when it's gonna be, but it's gonna pop. And when it's pop, you're ready. Just keep
yeah,
going. Rock steady. Rock
yeah,
steady.
yeah,
So just keep putting it out there, and something gonna hit. Something gotta hit. So
yeah.
and
And shout
just
out to the city girls and their work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the city girls. It ain't easy.
especially they're not friends anymore and they're not together.
And
But
like it's shout
she's
out to the city girls. They had their
seasons seasons
yeah.
change.
I've had
People move
seasons
on,
and,
and
and different things happen.
that's another thing I've learned in this life, this season of my life. That seasons change.
Yeah,
Um, your love people don't change, but sometimes their position in each other's life change, and that doesn't mean that you're no longer friends or you're not. I've experienced that through multiple relationships. Right? It's just like seasons change.
yeah,
At one point, I wanted to hear from you. Now, not so much. A couple months ago, I've been happy to like, oh, now it's like, yeah, now I'm good.
yeah. I respect it. I've noticed that too. Like some of the friendships that I thought that not thought some of the friendships that were at one point a part of my like base every day kind of I've I've been operating in this space of like kind of like by myself and like just reaching out to very specific people around very specific things,
Yeah,
right? And those like my day-to-day communications, those group of like and when I say day-to-day, I don't even mean like every day. What I mean is like that consistent like person you go to for that person where there's no lapse in time in your
yeah,
communication. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like me and me and Uni, we don't talk every day, but we might
mm,
laugh at an Instagram post every other day. But
yeah,
we're gonna check in with each other like once a week or twice a week. Girl, let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, what's the update on that? So we're very cognizant of what's going on in each other's lives. So when I
yeah,
say daily, that's what I mean. Like that group of friends that you know what's going on with them, they know what's going on with you. You don't talk necessarily every day, all day, but it's a solid. There's no consideration of like there's no break in communication or there's nothing
yeah,
that needs to be addressed. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely. This
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
okay too. Like,
yeah.
also
And I've
remember that
noticed that.
we're all managing our own.
Yeah.
We all have our own level of engagement and capacity, and
Yeah.
your friends more than anybody else does. So it's like, I know when I do see you, it's love. I know when I do see you, we'll catch up, and it's like, we didn't lose anything. We didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
But with this podcast, like I said, it's just going. I guess that's the theme for today. Rock steady. It's just like, we did something that we thought about for a long time. We had different ideas, and we just kind of jumped into it one live back in November, December 30th.
Mhm. December.
And
Yeah.
my therapist saying do it because at that time, I was going through a breakup, and my therapist like, you need to keep busy. You need something to do, something to distract you because you
Mhm.
got too much time on your hands to like ruminate on these things, and you need a distraction, a good creative process. And
Yeah.
it was a great distraction for me to push through, get my feet wet, and like this live streaming thing that I always avoided. We both avoided.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I think.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I think there's been a part of me in the last year or so. I've been resistant to do things that are not a part of a collective thought and a collective experience. So I appreciate like being able to do this podcast, like you said, having somebody to bounce ideas off of, like talking through it. And I think it's because I live alone. This is me living alone for the first time ever in my life in the last few years that I've been here. And I've always been around a collective group of people. I've always had access to a collective group of people. I've always worked in collectives. I've always done a lot of collective work. And this is like, and I've always lived in a collective. You know what I mean? Like I've always lived with my family and things like that, you know, in some degree. So it's like, I think a part of me is kind of like resistant to doing these big thought ideas by myself. But I also feel like that's why I'm by myself right now.
I think that's what also why it works, because I'm very much a isolated person as an only child. I collaborate, but if you wasn't a collective person and more persistent on it, it was based on me, it would probably fizzle out, because I'm very much I'm a loner. So that those dynamics complement each other, because I'm more of a loner and you're more of a collect, like you like to work collectively. So you're gonna pull me in because I'll fade off. So dynamic works. It's a true thing. I was like, it's up to me. This thing was done in episode 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then sometimes I know I've leaned in like, all right, Jazz, let's go. But having someone like the dynamic that works. We feed off each other, because I'm very much like, yeah, I'm good and done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we both had our own challenges in it, but like,
you've
been collaborative. You've definitely pushed me in times. So I get like, yeah, I get bored. I'm like, not that I get bored. I love what I'm doing, but the task behind it can sometimes be labor intensive. And there was a point where I was pushing, like it's ebbs and flows. Like there was moments where I was pushing more and you was going, I was like carrying it while you went ahead, and then when it's times you had to carry and I had to, I take a step back. It balanced itself out. So
I think that's a part of the collective too, because it's like it goes back to that kind of like idea when people talk about like marriage and partnership, and it's like the partnership itself needs 100% of something. So there are times when I only got 30 and you got the 70 to complement it. And then there's times when we're operating on 80% because I got 20 and maybe you got 60, or I got 60 and you got 20. You know what I mean? So I think, and that's what I love about a collective, right? And it's like, for me, I'm very thoughtful and strategic around the people that I share my creativity with at inception. Like when I have the idea, or when I'm thinking or working through something, I'm very careful about who I share what with.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I've already done the work in the ground foundation before I share it externally of whatever the collective is. And I just appreciate like bouncing ideas off of people that I know operate on some level in a space that I do, like in a way that I do, because you're going to see something that maybe I don't see, And I think that's because I don't think anything in life works if you are only depending on yourself. But like you need community, you need a support system. You need that on some level, whether it's spiritual, personal, like whatever it is. I feel like you need to have community, and you need to have a collective, and you need to have like strong support systems in order to create anything from conception. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But as far as the podcast, I was thinking about that today, and I was just like, I liked when we did it on Sunday. I feel like we had better engagement. But I also feel like the engagement on this season was lower because it's the summertime.
I think it's a combination of both. I would be open
to
it's like because we wouldn't open ourselves up to having flexibility on for summer months, things like that.
Being outside, taking vacations.
I could move back to Sunday. I think Sunday nights is actually good. Maybe Saturday. No, Saturday's kind of pushing it. Because tonight man was like, why do you do Mondays? I was like, because Sunday is summertime, and Sundays is like, we want to have flexibility of like doing brunches. And I ain't been to a brunch yet, mind you. They ain't been to a brunch yet. Barely been to church. Barely been to church this summer. Oh, I ain't been. I was going every Sunday. I wasn't going every Sunday. I missed quite a few. I missed about good 4 or 5 Sundays. I missed about a month of Sundays collectively. I missed about a month of Sundays. It's not been consistent, but it's been. If you add it all together, about a month. I missed about 4 to 5 services. like in person.
When did we go to church? When did I come to your church? Oh, that was in May. That was in May. Okay, got you. Okay.
And then it was like sporadic, like this stuff happened. I don't know, and it's like not intentionally, it's just. But also, I mean, I watched virtually. I was totally disconnected. I just even like the bi-weekly services here on Long Island. I haven't been to one. And I saw one of the sisters Sunday, and she's like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you forever. This conflicts, schedule of conflicts. Just tired."
Yeah.
You know, and also like I know that my walk with Christ is not based on how many services I attend. It's not performative. And I know when I'm ready to go, I go. I just said, listen, plus I have been tried. It's some June, I was been tried. Okay. I was tried. And tried. And so I really
I concur. You have been tried beyond trying. Yeah, it's been a lot
of ways. A slew of tries been tried.
You know what's so funny? We live in a world, like, both of us are like aware of what's happening in the world externally, right?
Yeah.
I'm hyper vigilant when it comes to what's happening in the world. And I do find time to decompress. I have these periods where I'm not on Instagram as much and I'm not responding to like things or whatever. I'll go in and I'll come out, like things like that. But I think it speaks to like human behavior and how we operate. It's like everything around us could be on fire, right? Like in the surrounding areas. And then inside your own little pocket of world, you're dealing with your own everyday challenges. And it's just like nobody knows. Like you like
do these podcasts while being tried.
Yeah, like everybody is going through something. And it's like I talk to people who are living different lives than me. You know, some make more money than me, some make less, some have a job, some don't. You know, and it's just like, but everybody is being like tested right now. Whether they look at it as a spiritual experience or whether they, have a spiritual practice or not. But everybody I know is dealing with some type of something. And when I be listening, I'll be like, damn, jeez. Like, it's everybody. And it takes a lot.
It's a lot.
It really is. I haven't shared this on the podcast, but the other day I put in this comment on this post, and they was Geo Hughley. He was talking to Don Lemon, and they were talking about the statistics of like 350,000 Black women have become unemployed, under this administration. And it's like I haven't shared publicly that I'm one of them. You know what I mean? Like until now, you know what I mean? And I wrote it in the comment.
Oh my God. You're unemployed?
I'm unemployed. Can you imagine?
When did this happen?
When did this happen? It happened. It happened in the last month. It happened in the last month or so, So it's like, and then it's so many people are experiencing so many different things. And what I will say is that I'm thankful for my spiritual life because I ain't worried about it.
That is also the difference. While I've been tried, while you've been tried, our faith has also been strengthened. And so we have not been as shaken as we would have been if we were not positioning ourselves to be rooted and grounded, okay? Because I definitely, like, what I experienced in June for me, I had a workplace dispute, and the level of disrespect I experienced could definitely send me somewhere. First of all, just like my reaction to the disrespect.
I could have sent you to a police station, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Number one. And also the mental toll it took on having to navigate that process. And like the person you least expect to even experience that with, and having to go through and to advocate for yourself in a space was like, I would never think I have to be here doing this with you.
Yeah.
The disappointment of that. And then also like that victim, what do you call it? It's like when victims, like, it's like you feel like you're the problem because you're speaking up for yourself, even though you've been offended. Mm-hmm. You've been harmed, but yet you're having this moment of like, should I?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, yeah, you should. And I think The difference is this time is that I had witnesses and support. And they were like, no, you're going to. Because many people were like, no, they would just lay down and die because they don't want problems. Or the fear of the unknown is so intense. That's what was the biggest part for me. It's not about, because once you speak it is one thing, but the fear of the unknown, the reaction, the fallout, people can't take that pressure. But I know that this was for a reason. It strengthened me, prepared me for something far greater than I could ever imagine. So to go through that process of some people won't speak to me anymore because of this. Not because I did anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I was literally the victim.
You just woke up and was breathing.
Literally.
It's crazy.
And a person stopped talking to me after that, behind this fallout, that all I did was speak my truth in a way that was like, hey, let's fix this.
But you know, we live in a world where truth is no longer valued.
It's not valued.
What has happened, truth, facts, anything that relates to something that they don't want to accept, it's no longer as valid as it used to be. I mean, even in my situation, because my situation is total opposite from yours, but I knew on some level, once I pulled the trigger with HR, I knew where I was headed. I knew that there was no way for me to come out on the other side of what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Different than what happened. But I knew also, that was
even with that, the aftermath of after you leaving.
Baby
girl.
Listen. Oh,
baby
wait till I release this new project that I've been working on and the stories that I will share. Because let me tell you something. And I think, you know what's crazy? Somebody said to me the other day, we were talking about what's currently happening in this particular organization now that I'm gone. And she said to me, you know what's happening right now with you? I said, what? She said, you're being validated. I said, you're right. She said, everything you went through quietly. You had no support. You had nobody to tell you, you know, Jasmine, you're not crazy. You didn't, you know, like you had nobody to fight on your behalf. She was like, and what happened within 3 weeks of me no longer being there. So it wasn't like some long period of time had passed. Within 3 weeks,
she was exposed.
Within 3 weeks. And it was just like, I said that was going to happen. I said that. Like I told my executive director, this is going to happen. And it happened in 3 weeks. And it's just like, so it was like, it was a type of validation. But yeah, people don't realize, and sometimes I get frustrated. But two things. What I have realized is that the things that I have experienced, these three situations that I've had over the last 8 years professionally, right? It's only happened when I was elevating professionally. Whenever I reached a new level, it's like what's that they say, new level, new devil.
Yeah, because
like, as soon as I got to like the next level, it was somebody kind of like, what you doing here? You don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? And the first 2 times it happened to me, I was like, I belong here. What you talking about? I know where I belong. But this last time it happened, this last situation, I ain't gonna front. It had me disorientated. And I was questioning my own self for a minute, like, am I bugging here? You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's really interesting how life happens, and you just be like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy ride. I'm just looking out. Also, I'm kind of stressed because.
And I thought because I know you moved your desk around.
It's my artwork that's sitting in front of me. I'm just kind of zoning out. I'm listening but zoning out at the same time. But also, hey Zena. Zachariah. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, we've been through collectively, the two of us. We've had some really, really.
Wait, hold on. I asked my cousin this. I'm gonna call you Zena respectfully because that's your government name. What do you like to be called as if you're still on here? Because you know you gotta respect the friends, the cousins that are how they identify. What is your pronouns? I feel like I know this, but I don't know this. It was unspoken, and I like to respect what people like to be called. So,
Yeah.
holla at me, Zena. I'm sorry for this. I say it not out of disrespect. This is out of habit and
Yeah.
purpose. Because it's like Offset. So the first one Offset, then Zechariah is Zechariah. Offset. Help me. I could have. I'll call you. This is not a public forum for that. I'll call you.
No, but yeah.
Also, because I slept wrong. I slept on my arm. I got a crook in my neck and my arm, so I slept weird last night. I woke up with like a arm thing. All this is kind of like, so I'm like moving around, kind of. I'm a little fidgety.
Yeah.
And I'm in a new space. So normally I have nothing in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I have something behind me. Now I have a wall with my art in front of me, and I'm just being a big kid. It's kind of like
looking up,
looking around, kind of just getting used to this new space that I'm in. With this, I didn't move. I just moved my office space into a different room because we gotta move some things around. So you know, but yeah, like you said, we're living. It's a lot of things going. I mean, it's good things. It's life. It's life.
It's life stuff. It's been a lot, and I think like, for me, it's just that it hasn't been like. There's been a lot of stuff happening. It hasn't been a lot of time where nothing is happening. I think that's what it is for me. It's like
yeah, like
that's, and I think that's where when I was like, it's a sitcom because it's just like something happens and then something new happens. Something happens and then something new happens, and it's just like, okay, you know how like something wild happens and it's like, okay, this is over, and then you kind of get like some downtime. For me, I feel like I haven't had any downtime. I feel like I went from one, well, what's happening situation to like another. Okay, I got to deal with this situation. It's just like it's been consistent.
I mean, there's always something to kind of. No, I mean, I feel like I'm in a little lull. I mean, there's some things going on, but nothing like that's requiring like energy. You know, there's things I see.
You don't have nothing new going on. I'm not saying it's negative or positive. I'm talking about
no. Yeah, I talked about I mean, new going on. I mean, I've been talking about my book. That's happening, right? I'm in the final stages of that. On the job front, I'm kind of in this. So now that I've gotten through that period of time, it was like kind of like adversarial. It was a conflict. It's like quiet now. So I'm going, there's like a lull of this like piece of adjusting to, I created a boundary. So now it's like adjusting to the boundary that's been in place. And it's like peaceful. I was like, oh, I like this here. Dating, as I said, like I reconnected with someone who I dated earlier this year. That's dope because we're continuing. I spoke about my story saying like, I'm learning to communicate my wants and needs and desires in a relationship. That's a great exercise to do. It's new. I guess it's new. Yes, it's still new because it's still very new. So as you were talking,
that's why I was just waiting for you to get there. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for her to get here.
Because while it's new, it does require a certain level of energy. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like it's exciting. It's exciting, but also it's a little scary. And I am going in it, taking it one day at a time. I'm excited about the person, but it's like these little nuances, these little things that's happening at the same time. And I'm continuing to learn, strengthen my patience and pacing myself and like managing the excitement and learning how each other navigates these spaces and learning how to communicate. So one thing I worked on this week was how to communicate. Vulnerability is a challenge for me, and learning how to communicate my wants and needs without being combative. So let me give you an example. If I like to hear from my person, I like communication throughout the day. I like to hear from. I like to know what you're thinking about me. Even if it's a kissy face or a smile, I need that. I like that. That's something I need. And so because to make me feel appreciated and seen in a relationship, I like communication. It's a love language for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't communicate with me, I don't see how that's like some people like touch. You're not affectionate. I like communication. I also understand we can't always communicate the day based on our job requirements, but like when you have that moment in time, that little piece of pocket of, hey babe, I don't know, maybe it's unreasonable, but I should be first in your mind, huh? I don't know, not yet. I'm just not yet. We just got here, but that's how I feel about it. And so instead of just saying, "Oh, I ain't hear from you all day," just an example, I ain't hear from you all day. Rather than making it combative, I did some research and finding scripts and ways and how you can start conversations. My biggest challenge is starting the conversation. That is the hardest. As talkative, as dapper, as loquacious as I am, it is hard for me to start a conversation about being vulnerable. Like I can start a conversation about anything. I can talk about anything. I can talk you under the fucking table. Excuse me, I cursed. That wasn't my challenge. That was Jasmine's challenge. I cursed. I didn't say I wasn't going to curse today. I can talk you under the goddamn table, okay? I can have 2011 things to talk about. When it comes to talk about my feelings, I will clam up and I'll find every other reason why not to talk about my feelings. But I really want to talk about you in the first place. I'm skip all over that because it's like my kryptonite. So I had to find a script that helped me, a communication script on how to communicate my feelings, and I had to write it down, honey. Put it in my phone and put it in front of me. But it helped me as a starting point, right? So I'll give you these three. It's 3 points, and I have to give her credit for it because it's not mine. I didn't originate this. She's on YouTube. Let me tell you what her name is. I have to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? Her name is. Hold on, because I can't. This is hard for me. I can't. It's so hard for me to share my feelings. I'll be like, let me find her. Her name is Lanz McDonald, Lanz McDonald. And so she talks about how to communicate your boundaries, how to communicate your needs in a relationship. So she's very 11-minute video, straight to the point. Like I love people like that. Like give me what I need. Let me get up on out here. So she goes, 1, the first line is these, because she said with men you have to be specific. You can't talk broad. You have to tell them exactly what it is. So she says the first line is, here are some things that I really appreciate that you do, and then list the things that they do. Then you go number 2. These are the things that I need, and I probably just haven't communicated it clearly in the past. Bow, bow, bow. Then number 3 is, these are the things that I personally feel will make this relationship better, and what I personally need to feel loved and respected. So like, it gives you a starting point and also creates a communication so someone can be receptive and hearing you, not just going with complaints. Like that positive reinforcement, like, hey, I love when you do these things. And maybe I wasn't as clear as I needed to be with you in the beginning of what I need. Right. And then this will help us both to help this relationship move forward. So I like that perspective, and it brings them in. And also, like, once you present it to them, allow them to chew on it and let them show you what that looks like to them. And then you could adjust from there. So that was like my exercise this week. So having the conversation, I didn't let too many days pass. I mean, like 2-3 days pass on what I wanted to say. And I finally got to it because I think I first kind of communicated something that I felt it was a little bit of like aggressive. And I was like, hey, I don't like the way I brought that up to you. So I want to say I'm sorry, but I want to just share with you what I need and what I want right now in this moment. And right now, currently, I need a little bit of recharge from you. I need you to hold my hand a little bit here. Just to walk me through a couple things as we build it stronger. It's like training wheels. You can take them off eventually, but I need some training wheels right now. And then, as we get stronger, we can let that go.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal. I think to some degree, like most people express their feelings or their vulnerability out of anger and like conflict. So it's easy to tell somebody how you feel when you feel some kind of way about something they've done. And like that's the moment when you tell someone, well, I don't like when you do this, or I don't like that. But
I don't want to do that.
It doesn't land properly because now you're in conflict. Because conflict can become a tit for tat thing. But if you can figure out how to communicate what you don't like when
outside of conflict,
it
it's
works
easy
better.
to digest. And even if they don't fully understand You know, I was like, I heard him thinking. I was like, you're thinking? He's like, yes, I'm processing. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Get back
And
to me, you know. Yeah.
and I also think it highlights if a person really cares.
Yes, absolutely.
It highlights whether they're really invested in you or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because in conflict and an argument, people say whatever needs to be said to get their point across. But if you tell somebody something in a moment of like calm and peace, and then they are unable to provide that for you, then you have a decision to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
then that's something different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate arguing with people.
I
I
don't
argue
like it.
well. I argue well. I can argue. You can roll your eyes, put them up in your head. I don't care. You know, I was on the debate team. I can argue a point, but I don't like to. I don't like to argue with people I really care about. Like I don't like to.
I like to tussle in other ways. Let's tussle in other ways.
Did you just me? Like, oh, did you just is that what you
No,
said?
I was thinking out. No, I wasn't saying like I like to tussle in other ways. Huh?
Is this PG-13 or no?
I'm trying to keep it there.
Oh,
Read between the lines. We grown.
Okay. Yeah, but
like
yeah.
Other tussle. Let's tussle in love. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hunch and tussle?
I meant tussle as in hunch. That's what I meant, Jasmine. I was keeping it there. You just gotta go to.
I know. I said it on purpose. I knew what you meant.
Let's tussle in the name of love. Because what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but also I appreciate people who are able to receive the feedback and be like, okay, is that a want or a need? And I was like, it's a want. But it felt good to say it's a need, even though it may not necessarily be a need based on who you ask. You know, I'm all about subjectivity, but it felt good to be like, it's a need. It just felt good to be able to say that. You know, it was a good practice to learn because I've seen, to your point when it comes to arguments, I've seen the opposite effect, the opposite of what happens when you don't communicate your needs, and then it does come up a conflict, and then you wait for it to come up a conflict versus like, hey, you know. And I was going to say this to men, my fellas, this is the second guy I've asked this question. They didn't have an answer to it. What do you need? What do you need? And your needs should be only based on how I show up. What do you need to feel loved and appreciated? Is it respect? We know most men love respect. What is it? You may not need communication like that, but what is it that you need? Think about it.
I think that's important. People, sometimes
people outside of your physical attraction, outside of like your organ part, your parts, your man parts. What do you need emotionally? What do you need? You want a safe space. Hey, I need you to, when I come home, I need to decompress, honey. And can you give me about 30 minutes to do that? Hey, well, make me really feel seen is that if you know, I like to play my games. Can you give me about an hour a night to play? It may not be on an emotional, it may be something like tangible, like, babe, you know, if you can just make my coffee every morning, that really helped me. That makes me feel appreciated. Something about making my coffee makes me feel, you know what I'm saying? It gives context to it, why it means so much to you. And then the person likes to prepare, it's like, you know what, this makes him feel good. I like when you rub my back. That makes me feel like I don't need a lot, but if you can just be yourself, but also just like give me some time and not stay when it's in conflict. So I know what you need, so I can process. Okay, let me be intentional about setting up time to make sure he gets what he needs. Something about
intentionality. Intention is very important. You know, like it's when people really want to be there, they find ways.
Yeah, I don't talk a lot, but babe, when I can, sometimes I want to vent. I need your undivided attention. When I do talk, I need that. Can you get that to me? Or I don't like. You don't have to like. I mean, one point of attention was like my phone usage. It's a way in how you communicate things, so it's not judgy. Yeah, but that's all. I am really. I don't know. I'm like my energy's low today, but I'm excited. It's new. Almost day by day. And also, I'm saying this, and I'm also trying to keep myself grounded. I'm hopeful. It has good potential, but also I know that this might just be waiting.
Experience.
Yeah,
Just be a
to keep
good.
myself grounded. Like I said, I know my wedding colors already. The wedding color got to do with the man. Whatever. I already know what kind of wedding I want. I already have an idea. They got to do with the man.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
Yeah, that's right.
That's dope. I talked to dude yesterday from LA. Yeah, I spoke to him
Oh,
briefly. It was just
oh.
briefly though, but his mom's situation has gotten worse, and it's been confirmed.
So that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense now why they've been MIA.
yeah. I mean, I figured that, but you know, I listen. I'll pray for you, but I can't put my life on hold. But like I really do think this is a test for me because like I can care about someone, but also I can't wait for somebody. I can't wait for anybody anymore. If you're not showing up in the ways that I need to meet, like in the moment, then you can't take that space. There's some other
But
space that you can have, right? I care. I wish you well,
can you
but
keep the
I
door
just
open just in case? Like, if say you're not holding up your life, but hey, go do what you gotta do. If it's meant to
Mhm.
be, and you come back and I'm in a position to re-engage, let's see.
I
Is it
think
that
I
type of
think
thing?
I think for me, the door is always open as long as you have never violated me.
Okay.
If you have never violated me or disrespected me, the door is always open to communication. You know what I mean? Anybody that I don't leave a door open for, it's because you violated me on some type of level. You know what I'm saying? Or you've ignored something that I've asked you to do multiple times or something like that. So he hasn't done anything where where I feel like no, the door isn't open. But the reason why he hasn't done anything where I feel like the door isn't open is because I've taken the lead for myself. Because a lot of times we create expectations for people, and when they don't meet the expectation, that creates the resentment. But what I did, I communicated very clearly, hey, these are the things I need, and he knows that he's not able to do that right now. So I said, okay, cool, I wish you well. Like it doesn't mean that we can't ever talk or you can't like give me an update of what's going on, but I can't hold this like potential romantic space whatever for you. I can't play those games with you because you can't pop in and out with a compliment or hey beautiful or I miss you. You can't spot check me. I don't have the capacity for that. So if we keep it general, I'm sorry that this is going on with your mom. I'll pray for her. That's the most you can get from me right now because you can't
That's
offer
fine.
me anything else. And I think that's the problem. Like, and I think I've done that in the past to people and I've had it done to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anybody to resent me and I don't want to resent anyone. So if I make it very clear in the beginning and I'm very vulnerable, I'm open, I'm vulnerable, like, hey, this don't work for me. This is what I
Yeah.
require. I realize that you can't offer me that. So let's not create conflict where it doesn't have to be. Because we both see what's happening right now. Let's be mature and just be like, cool, I like you. You like me on some level. There's some type of attraction, but this is not a good time for you, bro. It's not a good time. And don't
And
mess it up.
don't mess up with lack of communication. That's one
Yeah,
thing. My
don't mess
spidey
it up.
senses. Oh, my discernment be really, really like I can tell when there's a shift of energy. I can tell like something's off.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can tell.
And it's hard for me to play it off when there is something off.
Yeah. But
Because especially if you're showing up one way and then you switch up the way you're showing up, it's like, okay, what's going on here?
yeah, and the thing what I don't like about with people, and when I say people, I only date men, so I'm talking about my relationships with men.
We
So
know
this
that
is
by
not
now,
like,
season 2, Sheila.
yeah, I'm just saying because I don't like divisive conversations. But what I've experienced is that people don't know how to be honest when something has shifted, right? Like I told you about my ex with the Reese's Pieces Buttercup, right? Something shifted, and people laugh at
All
me,
right.
but
But
he
it's real.
he
It's real though.
it's real though. He would not admit that something had shifted between us. And I knew that something had shifted. And we weren't like in an exclusive relationship, but we were we were involved for a period of time, long enough so that we had a routine. And when the routine shifted, I said, "Oh, okay, this is coming to an end." Now, my normal self be like, "Man, all right, cool, it's over, it's over." You know me, I don't spin the block. I ain't doing no I miss you text and all that. I've never been
Nah.
that person. But what I did do in this particular situation, I asked him. I was like, I feel the shift. Something has happened. So the first thing that happened is that he lost someone very important to him. So that was the first shift. And when I asked him about it, he shared it. And I said, okay, cool, I understand. And I gave him his space and his time. And then I went, well, I had, because, I used to commute. So when I went to visit him for like, for the weekend or whatever, when I got there, I went in the freezer and my Reese's Pieces was not in the freezer. And when he saw me open the freezer and closed it, I looked at him. I said, "Oh, you forgot?" He said, "Oh, yeah, my bad. It's been a busy week." And I said, "Okay, no problem." But in my mind, I knew that his intention on having something for me every time I got there had shifted. And it was very small. I didn't say anything, but I knew it in my spirit that our relationship was coming to an end. And then I went in the bathroom and I noticed like something was off with the like washcloths and stuff like that. And I said, okay, cool. I didn't say nothing, right? Because we're not exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I had just met someone else, closer to where I live. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do with that. So I was like, okay, cool. So, but I asked him again. And he was like, no, everything is good. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe like a month or so go by. Now at this time, I'm talking to the other guy. It's like that overlap. That's what I'm saying. It's an overlap. Now, it wasn't a physical overlap, but there was an overlap, right?
There's emotional
So
overlap.
there was an emotional overlap, right? So then my birthday had came and he called me for my birthday and he was like, because I was about to take a trip. He was like, when you get back, I'm gonna take you out, we have brunch or whatever. Let's meet up and talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I said, you got somebody pregnant? Cause I'm like, I tell people, you ain't gotta lie to me. You ain't gotta keep nothing. I can't explain it, but I feel it and I know what's going on. I can feel it. So, and then he got quiet. He was like, Jasmine, it's your birthday. I said, it's okay, because I already know. And he was like, how do you know that? He was like, I can hear it in your voice. It's something you want to tell me that you don't want to tell me. And I ain't got no STDs. We don't, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't pregnant. And I know you ain't got married. So what else could it be?
Yeah.
But you got a kid coming. You got a kid coming. And I can't get mad because we never said it's just you and I. We were
Yeah.
figuring things out. It was consistent. We were a part of each other's lives for a period of time consistently. But it's like, but you know me, Key. I've always been, what I'm saying? There was a point in my life where I was just on my shit. It's whatever. And then I
We
was
all
like,
been
okay,
there.
cool.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying?
Was,
So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I wish you well.
yeah.
And he was like, but when you come back, I still wanted us to meet. And I was like, I don't really think we need to. We don't need to
What's
sit
it?
down.
What's there to talk about? What is there to talk about?
I was like, I don't have no. If anybody ever asks about our relationship, I have nothing but positive things to say about our relationship.
Yeah.
It was a great time. You were a great friend, and you're still a great friend, right? He's still a great friend. If I needed something as a friend, like professionally or whatever the case may be, I know that he would still be there. He would try to help any way he can. But there's a level of respect because of the situation that you're currently in and that you have been in for some years with this person. So it's just like, cool. I wish you well. But like, I know my intuition is like, I can feel it. I can feel it.
I remember that time when I was dating a dude from Queens. I was like, something's off. You trying to break up with me? I was like, no, but I feel like something's off. And then a couple weeks later, yeah, it's cool. Like,
yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay.
It can go either way. I can tell when there's a shift in your engagement if you're not calling me the way you used to. If you're not, the communication is not there. Like, it's okay if you thought you wanted to and you change your mind. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Child.
But we tell people, and I would say this to anybody: don't create a consistent pattern with somebody that you know you can't continue. Because if you
What?
can't maintain it, the moment that something shifts, it's going to create conflict. Because if you create a
Sometimes,
routine,
yeah.
I'm not talking about like
Well, I'm
a
saying
happenstance, like
I was
what
gonna
you know.
say no. I was gonna say like sometimes not even they can't. Sometimes they choose not to anymore because they choose
But
that they
that's what
don't
it
want
is.
to.
Whatever the choice is, you don't, you can't, you don't want to, whatever it is.
Just
But
say
if
it.
you do things in the beginning that you know you like, be your. I feel like people just need to be their most honest selves. If
But
you're
that's
not
support.
somebody
Yeah,
who likes to talk
that's
on the phone, if you don't like talking on the phone a lot, if you're not really a good texter, if you prefer the phone versus text, don't bend in the beginning to accommodate somebody, because then when you do get into that flow with them and your energy shifts, it's noticeable. Well, you used to call all the time. I don't really like talking on the phone like that. Well, motherfucker, why you ain't say that for the last 3 months?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me used to something and then when it goes away, look at me like I'm crazy because I'm like,
You asking for too much. You created this. You
who
created
created this? You
this.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, like
You
soon as
made
I
me.
open
You
up,
made me anticipate these behaviors.
yeah,
And that's kind of something to conversation. I was like, I'm used to this because this is what you've done.
yeah.
So I like that.
Listen, I've I've had so many situations where I tell people the wrong thing you could do with me is lie to me. Because anything that you lie to me, if it's going to impact me, God is going to reveal it to me. It has
First of all,
happened consistently.
I already know 9 times out of 10. I already know. I'm just waiting for you to confirm it.
I'm just waiting for you to confirm it. Like, I know already. Tell me. I
I
know
may
it's
not know the
something.
exact details, but something's in the water.
Something is off. And I'm telling you something. I said, you got somebody pregnant. He said, what? Like, you could just hear like the air come out of him on the other room. And I was like, listen, it's all good. I wish you the best. Let's not drag it out. Just be honest. Don't take away my choices and don't lie to me. Give me the real. And if the real is that you can no longer provide, or you don't have the capacity, or you choose not to be here anymore, just say that. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And
have a
your child.
question. What's a random thing? Enough about these folks. What's enough about the folks?
About them organs. Good.
About them
What's a
organs. Enough
random
about them people.
with the
Who's
organs?
on the phone today? Was at Home Goods, and I went on a rant today about this a random thing. And we thought it'd be funny to talk about it on the podcast today. So like, what are
Oh
like
yeah.
random things you don't like? So today I was in Home Goods because I wanted some new towels for the kitchen. So I'm talking to Jazz. I was like, Jazz, I really hate full length oven mitts.
So I got quiet, and I was like, "Can you say
It's
that
not.
again?"
I hate the full length because there's now with the mittens, so they stop right here versus the full length one. It's like I feel okay. Let me explain to you. Yeah, I'm crazy. The full length oven mitts, it feels like a lot of work to be like your whole hand in the oven mitt. It's just like then it's like what's in there. Not that I don't have any pests in my house. What if a spider? It's just like I'm putting my hand to a dark hole of an oven mitt. That's a lot. And like I have 2 of those in my house, and I have like the ones you just kind of fold over and carry. I always opt for the one that I don't put my hand all the way in. And now they have these new ones, it's like almost like a puppet. And I was like, Jazz, I like these because I'm not blindly putting my hand into a whole glove. Am I crazy? Maybe. I don't know. But it bothers me. It overstimulates me. I'm like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole glove. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot to put your hand in. Just give me a half a mitt and I'm good to go. I just need enough to grip. This is a lot. This is good. This is a lot. That's crazy, but I don't know. Is there something weird that you like, weird quirks that you
I have quite a few. That's why I'm laughing, but I have quite a few. So
Well, you learned
I
that
don't
about me
like
today.
I don't like washing dishes. I don't like washing dishes. I don't
Is
mind
there something that
cooking.
make you, is it give you an ick? Does it give you an ick?
It just gives me an ick. Like, I don't like having to wash dishes. It irritates my spirit. And as much as I cook, I hate washing dishes. So like if people were here, like I will cook from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, as long as I ain't got to clean up nothing, but whatever. And then one of the other things, white sauce. Can't do it.
The Alfredo?
Can't do it. Nope. Don't. Alfredo, sour cream cheese,
Ranch
cottage
dressing?
cheese, ranch dressing, yogurt.
What?
Yeah, can't do it.
Why
Can't
is
do it.
that?
I don't know. It's something about white sauce that really freaks me out. And I know where you're going with this, and that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't the reason. I don't
Do you
have a problem
like
with that.
that? Do you...
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
Okay.
where, it depends on where, but I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. And it's like, and I also think there's a connection though with cheese. Like, I don't like cheese, like white cheese sauces. Cause like yogurt is like,
It's thick.
fermented or so, but I can eat non-dairy yogurt. So I can eat non-dairy yogurt, like I'll make it like, out of cashews or coconuts, something like that. But I can't do white sauces. My sister makes makes like chicken Alfredo, rasta pasta. People pay her to make these dishes. The only way I will eat it is if it has jerk sauce in it or if she makes it Cajun. If it
So you
doesn't
want to see
have
more color.
spice, it gotta have color and it gotta have like a kick. I can't do just a plain white Alfredo and ricotta. That's why I don't eat lasagna.
I love ricotta cheese.
Everybody, I know that people love ricotta. They love lasagna. I can't do it.
I love feta. I love feta.
That's another one. I don't like feta.
I love feta.
Now the other one that I can eat that doesn't bother me too much.
Feta me.
It's the cochita for like the tacos, like the cochita cheese. I can do that a little bit, but don't OD. I just started eating mayonnaise like on burgers and stuff because I do an avocado oil based mayo. Like I'll eat a salad, like I'll make tuna fish or whatever, but it got to be like the most minimal, and I got to mix it with mustard. Can't just be straight mayo.
You know what I hate?
What?
I hate cilantro.
And I love cilantro.
I hate cilantro. Piss me off with cilantro on my food. Why is cilantro on my food? No cilantro. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. It's disgusting. It's a waste of a grain. Don't put cilantro on my food. You want to piss me off? I don't care. Find something else to do it. There's other things that are also good for your heart, and I don't have cilantro.
Okay, listen. When you come visit, we're gonna try a couple things. I just want to know if you like it. You ain't gotta. It ain't gonna be in your meal, but I just want you.
You talking about vegan stuff?
No. Like sauces that I make, and
with cilantro in it.
The base is like ginger, onion, and like a little bit of cilantro, and it pairs really well. Like in a lot of Indian dishes that I make, it's the combination of like a white onion, ginger, and some cilantro and green onion, and it elevates it. That's the base for like a lot of Indian dishes. Like when I make chana masala and stuff like that. I think you'll like it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I never used to like cilantro either.
I don't like heavy, or if it's heavy, if it has a heavy cilantro taste, you're gonna lose me.
Yeah, I didn't like cilantro. My sister-in-law got me eating cilantro because I was making tacos one time, and she from Oakland, and she was like, "You ain't got no cilantro." I was like, "No."
I know it's like a thing. You have to have cilantro on tacos. I know it's a very thing, but I'm okay. You can mix it with a cilantro. I'm open to many things. I eat all types of food, but there's few things that I just can do without, and cilantro is one of them. And turkey bacon.
Yeah.
I already had a rant about that last season.
The way I piss her off when I talk about turkey bacon. Yeah.
Because you know what I don't like? I said before, I hate people who think they're better than because they eat turkey bacon. You're not more evolved because you eat fake bacon. It's not bacon. It's turkey meat, smashed turkey meat, processed turkey meat. You're not better than me because you eat pressed turkey meat. That's all it is. You're not. It's pressed turkey. Like what part? People think they're better than you because they eat turkey bacon.
Like you've experienced that? Like people say, "Oh, I don't eat that." Like
I don't eat bacon. I eat turkey bacon. You're not better than me because you eat turkey bacon.
Oh yeah.
That's why I have this like disdain for turkey bacon, because I've experienced people like, I don't eat bacon. Well, you don't eat, but you don't, and that's just pressed turkey. That's not even because what part of turkey you cut that looks like that? None. So who's eating, like, if you want to talk about natural, if you're being organic, you're not eating like fresh food. That's not fresh from the animal. It's processed. So how are you better than me? You're eating processed food. You can cut the pig and get a slab of bacon. You can't cut a turkey and get that. There's no part of turkey that looks like that.
That's
Miss me with it.
hilarious.
Let's think
That's
about it. Let's think. That is
hilarious. Listen,
propaganda.
listen,
Propaganda.
I don't disagree with you. I don't eat plain turkey bacon anymore. I only because I used to struggle with it because it did like sometimes it get that cardboard taste. But somebody who don't eat pork, um,
Get
and
beef
you
bacon. They
know,
got beef. Oh, you
I
don't eat
thought it
beef
was
either.
I don't
Beef
eat beef
bacon.
either. I don't eat beef and pork,
Just
but it's
don't
like
eat
I thought
bacon.
if
Just don't eat bacon. You can't eat bacon.
that's what I'm saying. Like I wanted to try an alternative, but the regular turkey bacon doesn't work for me. But what I will eat from time to time, because it also has a lot of salt in it, I'll do like uncured bacon, which is kind of cut like Canadian bacon. So it's
Yeah.
like the dark meat of a turkey, and they like, but yeah, it's all processed. But that's
Yeah. So
hilarious.
don't.
Oh,
You're
tell
not better
people
than me because you eat turkey,
uh, I don't
fresh
think I'm
turkey.
better than anybody because listen, I buy organic foods because that's a prayer. Organic is a prayer for me. That's me talking to God, asking Him, I hope this is as less processed and less toxins as possible. That's literally the only reason why I buy organic. Me, and I'm telling you, like this is literally in my prayer book. Like God, I'm buying. This is what we're doing. I'm gonna buy organic, and I just pray that it is what it says it is. That's all I could do. I have
What's
a
one? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I say I have a terrible fear of dogs.
Yeah, you do.
People laugh at me. I have a terror. I don't like dogs. I don't believe in animal cruelty, but I don't like dogs. I don't like animals. I'm not an
I
animal
like
person.
dogs.
I
Question:
don't
What's
like
one
animals.
trait on a man that is like skeevy to you? I'll give you an example. Men with long nails or sweaty hands is disgusting. Like, why are your hands sweaty and why are your nails long?
So men who smoke and smell like smoke,
Yeah.
and if I kiss you and I taste smoke, ooh, never again. That's it. Um, Men who have long, dirty nails.
Ooh, a long nail. Why do you have long
Yeah,
nails?
like a long nail, and like even if your nails are short, but I shouldn't be able to see dirt under it.
Clean your nails.
Before you touch me, clean your nails.
Yeah.
Um,
Why is your hands dirty?
why your hands dirty, and
Change
then
it. If you're not a mechanic, why are your hands dirty?
exactly like if you work with your hands, I respect it, but like please, let's do a thorough wash. Like you know what I'm saying, get in them cuticles, clean it. Um, this is like I'm really big on like intellect. So like if you can't hold a conversation about anything that has if all your conversations are surface level, then that like it's kind of like why am I here? Yeah, I need some depth to you. Yeah, you know what it is? Okay, this is what gives me the ick. Men I can't learn anything from. I'm an educator, right? That's what I'm trained to do. I've trained in a lot of so my approach to the world is being of service, right? If you tell me something is going on, like how can we, what I'm saying, you need help, what we researching, what we doing. But it's like if I'm talking to a man and everything, like if we talking about something and you can never offer anything that I'm gonna learn something from, then you're not for me. You gotta be able to teach me something. It could be anything though. It could be like home DIY shit. It could be about stuff that I probably will never use, but I need to be with a man that can teach me something, whether it's better in my finances, whether it's better in how I operate, like how I approach discipline. It could be like exercise. It could be anything, but it gotta have value, and it gotta like yeah, you gotta be able to teach me something. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I
that
don't
gives me yeah.
yeah, I definitely need conversation. I call myself a sapiosexual. Smart. I'm attracted to
Mm-hmm.
intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
But my only yeah. Oh, just men who like put themselves on a billboard.
Like you don't like big egos.
I like confidence. I don't like egos. Like I don't need you to keep
Yeah.
telling me how you're gonna change my life. If you're gonna change,
Yeah.
this be who you are and let me see that. You don't have to keep telling you can about change your life. Are you? Because right now you get on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. You don't
Yeah.
have to sell yourself. Just be
Yeah.
you And then I'll know if you are for me. And that's maybe
Yeah.
that's just some self-esteem issue, but like you don't have to sell yourself to me. Just be yourself,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
see what goes from there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And how do you know that my life needs changing? Maybe it's your life that needs changing.
maybe I'll change yours. Oh,
Maybe
hello,
I'll change.
hello,
You know what I'm saying?
hello, lights, hello, lights.
Maybe we'll change each other's lives. Who knows?
It's
But
for
yeah,
improvement. Yeah.
yeah, it's for
And it is
improvement.
men who are overly touchy in the beginning. Like I like affection. Well, first of all, I'm a selectively affectionate person.
Okay, selective.
So it has to grow. Like some people, like my kids know, like I don't come from an affectionate family. But if I know you're an affectionate person, it has to grow with comfort. If I feel comfortable and we get to know each other, it'll grow. Because I'm very shy. I know it's hard to believe. I'm very, very shy when it comes to certain things. And being touchy is one of those things like.
So like you have to give permission. You want to give permission to have physical access.
You'll know when you can touch me. So some people don't have to like. This is an energy thing. If I feel comfortable with you,
it's not a verbal thing, but it's like an energy thing. You'll know, like. But here's the thing: but if some people don't have proper boundaries,
then I'll pace them out. Like, hey, can we slow that down a little bit? That's all. Wait, because you give me the ick. I don't want to see you give me the ick. So I'm like, I do these.
Yeah.
Okay. I will definitely. I'll step on me real quick. Like, oh, wait a minute. But to someone I'm comfortable with, I'll lean in. I may lean into the arm. I may grab their arm if I feel comfortable with you. It varies, but also just like I want to be like very affectionate, but it just comes. I think bulldiness. Some people are naturally affectionate, like touchy. Even if I have female friends who are touchy, and it aggravates me. Like you're overly touchy. Why are you touching so much?
I had a friend like that.
I'm not going to touch that one with a stick. I ain't gonna touch that one.
We're no longer friends, but I had a friend like that. I don't like.
She wanted to touch you.
Yeah. Stop it, because we don't know that.
Yeah.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah. She wanted your panties.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. You see, you going too far.
I found out. I had a friend that she came out to me later on that she really was. I was like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's what happened with my friend. That's what the collective thinks. I can't co-sign that because I don't know that for sure. But whatever it was, they were very touchy. And I'm be honest with you, I'm not like overly affectionate, right? When it comes to like my family and friends like that. But with my partner, I'm a little different, right? So I'm not the girlfriend where, just walk around grabbing boobs and smacking asses. Like don't touch my boobs.
I'm on there with my closest friends, Jasmine Chanel. I would do that with. I'll smack that butt.
Don't grab my butt, and I don't play with women like that. It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up like that. So it's
we were accused of being lesbians because it was me, Jasmine Chanel. We was touchy like, but it was like we wasn't like oh, no, I get what nice. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, oh, they're gay. I'm like, no, we're not. We just we are confident in our femininity, and we play around like, girl, you look good. Hey, friend, like it was never that.
Yeah. That's different. Like for me, like you go to a club and you and your girls dancing, like y'all, you dance with your girlfriends or whatever. But like, I'm not the friend that wants to like get into like sexual positions with my female friends at a party.
No, we're not doing that. Like mine is like, hey friend, your boobs are good nice today. Like I'll do a boop boop. Oh my! Like somebody told my ex one time, oh they're gay. I was like, because we like, hold on, wait a minute, and then you repeat it back to me.
People.
Well, we are confident, and I can. Freak, your butt looks nice. Pop, and like something like like guys in the locker room, like pop, smack your butt, like girl, your booty is sitting up nice. No, like that ain't
like now me. Me, I'll say it. I'll be like, all right, Kiki, cleavage. Okay, cleavage. Okay, thighs.
I'd be like, hey, wagon. That wagon is wagging it.
Anyway,
say that.
You always
say that.
I do hate that because it's a lot. It's heavy.
It's a lot of whack.
It is. People, nobody talks about that. Okay, two things.
I'm gonna have to end soon because my birthday girl's looking at me like, wrap it up.
Yes. So yeah, we're going two things. Like, nobody talks about how having a larger posterior
big butt. Let's just say a big butt.
is it's taxing. You know, and I do a lot of squats, I do a lot of walking. It's heavy. And sometimes I'll be like, yo, is this what women who have really big boobs, is this how they feel? Like up here on their chest?
Yeah, so they get breast reductions.
Sometimes this shit is heavy.
They get breast reductions. You ever see how they have like the injection from the bra?
Can I get a booty direct?
You don't want that. You don't want
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense to try to get a butt reduction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hopefully, you know, as I lose weight, it'll like, I don't want it to be flat, but it's heavy sometimes, and it's just a lot, and I don't always like it. I'm just saying, I don't always like it, but I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you, you know, but I don't want you to go away, but sometimes I just want you to, you know.
Her ass is an entity within itself.
And here's the last thing. The funny thing about it is I don't even dress like that. So most people don't even really know unless they know. I've had men.
You think you're camouflaging your butt? You think you can hide it?
You don't think so?
Okay. Can I camouflage these boobs? There's nothing I can do with camouflage that I have heavy chested. There's nothing camouflaging this.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Maybe,
but I've had
the way you can tell it's big, but maybe the way it sits, like shape, the cuppage of it. Like I think guys think because you're heavier that you may not have a certain shape. Like you're shapely. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
I'm very.
It's
curvy.
Not sloppy. It's not sloppy. It's solid.
Like you're saying, the
solid.
Solid. The leg is solid. And I've had like exes tell me like, I didn't expect for. Like you got a lot going on. I ain't really expected to look like that. They didn't know what to expect. And I know
the shape makes it the shape makes a difference.
It does.
Even though have, I'm curvy and I have a stomach. Men have told me plenty of times you're so sexy. Like, like
yeah.
In like the shape of my body, and I am very we can have all things that we're self-conscious about, but they like no, like you're shapely, you have the silhouette that men find appealing.
Yeah, you're saying like, listen, there's curves. There's a lot of curves.
They don't care about that belly. Yeah, some of them do. I had some guys get mad.
Yeah,
but the ones that don't. And so hey,
some of them do, some of them don't. And it's like that's the last thing. I don't like men who look at plus size women or like larger body women, however you want to say it, as like a fetish. Like, don't fetishize me.
I also don't like men who lead with what they want versus getting to know you. Yeah, I had a guy like that. Like, I like my women. I like the women to have a 38 size. But if you're borderlining plus size, I said if someone has a 38 band size, they're already borderline. They're already plus size. First of all, if you got a belly, I like my woman thick with a flat belly. Then make yourself go get you a doll. I don't know. Like it's just like.
Go find them. They're out there. Go find them.
And me having a belly and not meeting your standards is okay with me because I'm not here.
It's just like don't, you know what I'm saying? Like don't. That was one of the things that I'll tell you that offline. But anyway.
Okay. Well, this is we was just kicking. We would say shoot. Who's lineman as a West Indian say? Who's just lineman? Who's just sitting here? Yeah, it's our last season. It was our last episode of the season. We want to thank y'all for joining us for this ride. We didn't have much for y'all tonight, but hey, sometimes you just gotta just chill out and just have the conversations.
Gotta go with the flow, you know.
And I felt we've given y'all a lot this season.
We have. And when we come back in the fall, I'll be matriculating again. I'll be a full-time graduate student again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we'll see what that happens. I just started doing the thing today to look and to see how I can lead into my PhD with this particular coursework. So yeah, and then Kiki's in a new situation, so let's see what happens. Let's see where we're at when we come back in the fall, sometime in September, But we appreciate y'all. Quite a few people, logged in on my page. It looked like people had logged in on Facebook. I'm pretty sure you have people on your page, Keith.
It was quiet tonight. I mean,
really?
Hop in. Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay. Well, God bless.
But I appreciate y'all for coming on. We out of here. See y'all in the fall.
See y'all in September. All right.